In this video we are taking you back to North Wales in Snowdonia National Park, and we'll visit another campsite close to a very charming village full of history and myths. So let's go together and explore a different part of Snowdonia. We have visited before part of Snowdonia National Park and showed you two camping options near the biggest natural lake in the area, Bala Lake. So please check our videos for recommendations if you would like to stop there before exploring Snowdonia further. On this trip we are taking you further up north, about 1 hour drive from Bala. Driving there is an absolute delight. You will pass by multiple lakes and all surrounded by breathtaking scenery. Some roads are very narrow, so you must drive with caution and please be aware of possible incoming traffic. On the way you will drive through some lovely villages with charming stone houses, and you will be rewarded with fantastic mountain views until you reach your final destination. On the way back from the campsite, we have chosen a different route that took us even deeper into the national park. And all we can say is that we were lost for words. It was so beautiful. But we'll show you a bit later, so for now, let's explore together the camping option chosen for the weekend. Llyn campsite is situated near a small village called Beddgelert in the heart of Snowdonia National Park. It has easy access from the main road and it is spread over a very big area. It is surrounded by 360 mountain views and has great access to the village, but also to many hiking trails and walking routes directly from the campsite. At arrival, you will need to park in front of the reception and check in. The park is accessed via barriers operated with number plate recognition, which is activated at reception during check-in procedures. You can exit at any hour the campsite, however, after 9:30 p.m. you will not be able to re-enter if driving. The entry barrier is locked until 7 a.m. in the morning. Llyn, it is a big campsite and you can choose between grass or hard standing pitches, with or without electricity. We have chosen a hard standing and grass fully serviced pitch, for which we have paid for one night £45 for 2 adults and 1 child, plus an extra £2 for our dog. A note to keep in mind is that you will need an electricity cable of at least 15 meters for most pitches. Luckily, the owners had a few spares available and we were able to borrow one from reception. Our pitch was situated in Zone E, which is very close to one of the facilities buildings. It had 2 covered washing up areas and a small cooking area which could be used by guests camping in a tent, and also a big room full of information about the surrounding areas, also used as information point for groups preparing to go on hikes, and even providing some books and games to be enjoyed by guests during the stay. This campsite is perfect as exploring base, and it's used on a regular basis by groups on hiking routes, so the facilities are dated but clean. Don't expect modern facilities. It has everything that you will need for your stay, regardless if you're planning to go on a hike or enjoy a few days in the area. But again, as I said, it's not like a 5-star campsite. It's clean and has everything that you need. There are various types of pitches and they are all delimited in separate areas named by locations in Wales. So you will get a letter where your pitch is situated. For example, these ones here are all within letter T. If you would like to enjoy some roasted marshmallows or just some time outdoor near a fire, you can hire fire pit from reception for £5. You can also buy logs for £5 a bag, and for your fire pit you will need to pay a £20 refundable deposit. Even though you have plenty of space to walk your dog around the campsite, there is also a dedicated dog walk near the river, again surrounded by beautiful scenery, and you have a lot of space for your furry friend to run around and for you to enjoy some fresh air. We really liked that the campsite is really big, and even if you don't want to go and explore the village or any of the areas nearby, you can still enjoy some lovely time outdoors just by walking around the site. There is a nice path that follows the river, and you follow that from the campsite and you can go as far as you like, either up to Llyn Dinas, which is the lake nearby, or just go around the campsite, or why not just do like a bigger walk and then from the river follow the path all the way back to the village of Beddgelert. So you have plenty of choices depending on how much time you would like to spend walking. There is no shop on site, however the village can be reached in about 5 minutes walk directly from the campsite. There is a path clearly marked towards Beddgelert village, and there you will find a few cafes, bistro, some pizza shops, various B&Bs and hotels, also an outdoor clothing shop, and there is a small food market that can be reached in 8 minutes walk from the campsite. If you need to do a bigger shopping trip, you can drive to the nearest Tesco supermarket in 17 minutes. The campsite also has a dedicated recreational area outdoor, and they encourage all guests to play any noisy games or ball games in that green space to make sure that everyone can enjoy their time if there are guests that will prefer a quieter time around their pitch. Beddgelert is a small village in Snowdonia, Wales. It has about over 400 population, and it's in a beautiful area surrounded by mountains. You have plenty of things to do in terms of walking trails, and it's a perfect place for you to walk your dog and enjoy some time outdoors. The name of the village comes from the legendary Beddgelert dog. There is an old story that says that a man entered his house and found his dog near the baby's crib. The baby was gone and the dog had blood all over him. So the man thought the dog actually killed the baby. So in exchange, he killed the dog. After he did that, he could hear the cry of the baby somewhere near the crib and found the baby, which was hidden, and another dead wolf near the crib. So his dog will actually save the baby from the wolf. The man was absolutely devastated, and it is said that he was never able to smile again after this incident. This area of Snowdonia was used as a film location for a lot of well-known movies, one of which being Tomb Raider.
Lara Croft had to take some scenes in this beautiful area of Snowdonia. The main reason of them deciding to film here is because they needed some mountain area around China. However, they haven't received authorization to film there, so they had to find a backup plan, which was Snowdonia. Another interesting fact about the village of Beddgelert, which is situated in this area of Snowdonia, was that in 1949 a piece of a meteorite fell onto the roof of one of the hotels, and it became well known in the country as an amazing event. And believe it or not, the owner of the hotel was woken by the sound of the meteorite. However, then he went straight back to bed, not realizing what happened until the next day.
There are a few picnic areas around the campsite where guests can enjoy a meal, a snack, or just some time outdoor. You will get benches and tables spread around the campsite, either closer to the river or closer to the beach, or even the ones closer to the playing area where kids can run around and an adult can supervise them from one of the benches. There is also a small lake on site, and I've seen people fishing, so you might need to check the restrictions, but I think you can arrange them at reception. We have visited a couple of campsites around the UK. We like to come back to Wales because it offers plenty of outdoor activities and is perfect for us to take our dog on very long walks. We've chose this campsite because we wanted to see if we're getting further away from the touristic places and get more deeper into the national park, if we'll get a different perspective of how Snowdonia looks and what it has to offer. And we're not disappointed. As I said, this campsite is not one of your 5-star campsites with very modern facilities, a big shop or loads of activities that can be arranged directly at reception. However, it was one of the best campsites in terms of views. First of all, you are surrounded by 360 mountain views, and this cannot be beat. You wake up in the morning and you can enjoy fantastic views of the mountains. And as I said, overall, the campsite is really big. You won't get the feeling that it's overcrowded. Probably in high season, when it gets busy, you might get a different perspective. But I still think that being so well spread, you will never be overwhelmingly crowded from this point of view. Everything is clean, so again I have to re-emphasize that even though you don't get the high-spec, very modern facilities, they're all clean and kept in very good condition, and it's a perfect place to start exploring the area further. You can easily walk to various touristic places, or you can drive. There are short drives to important points, so plenty of things to do, regardless if you want to spend a day or a week in this fantastic campsite. And as I've mentioned at the beginning of this video, the driving routes here and from here onwards are absolutely beautiful. On the way back to the Midlands, we've decided to go on a different route. When we've exited the campsite, we've turned right towards Llyn Dinas, which is another lake in the area. And then if you continue on this route, you will be surrounded by amazing views. There are a few car parks and laybys on the way, which are perfect to stop and take in the views, enjoy a snack, or go on one of the many hiking routes. Llyn Dinas, it's a big lake, 5 minutes drive from the campsite, or about 46 minutes walk. You will see in our aerial footage that you can access the lake directly from the campsite if you go on a walk, so it's perfectly situated regardless if you want to walk or you want to drive there. It has an area of about 240,000 square meters and it's fairly shallow. The maximum depth is only about 10 meters, and the lake offers good fishing for salmon and trout and is also a wild spot for swimming. If you carry on driving from Llyn Dinas, you will get to the next bigger lake in the area, Llyn Gwynant. This one is 10 minutes drive from the campsite. It's a glacial lake, a very popular place for canoeing and kayaking, and this was the one actually used as a filming location in the 2003 film Lara Croft's Tomb Raider, The Cradle of Life. The beauty of traveling with a camper van is that you can stop and enjoy views like this in your own time, at your own pace. Just stop, relax and take in the views. Snowdonia National Park covers an area of about 2,130 square kilometers. It is Wales' largest national park and has 9 mountain ranges. Overall, there are 1,497 miles of routes to explore. You have 434 miles of rivers and over 100 lakes, so it's a perfect destination for people wanting to go on a longer holiday and explore outdoors. The largest natural lake in the park is Llyn, Lake Bala. You have plenty of other lakes to explore. Most of them are perfect spots for wild swimming. You will have the chance to take on your paddle boards, kayaks, so check the restrictions if any at every single lake, but it's a perfect area to explore this natural part of Wales. During this trip, we found out that Snowdonia was the 3rd designated national park in the UK. It received this name in 1951 after Lake District and Peak District, which are the 2 beautiful national parks in UK. The national park is situated in North Wales and the highest mountain here is Snowdon at 1,085 meters tall. The national park is named after this mountain, which in Old English simply means snow hill. There are millions of visitors coming here each year, so if you plan your visit, you might need to take into consideration holiday periods, peak season, because the place can get really busy. It is a massive park with plenty of areas to stop, so you will never get a sensation of being overcrowded. However, in terms of parking spots and laybys, they can become a bit busier during high season, so this is something to have in mind and plan your visit accordingly. We hope you have enjoyed our short trip to Snowdonia and this alternative campsite as a choice if you prefer to go further away from Lake Bala and explore the national park a bit more. We're always trying to find family and dog-friendly places to explore, either in the UK or around Europe, so please stay with us if you want to see more of our family adventures.